I think it varies from business to business, but in basic terms, it's generally taking two or maybe even multiple systems and joining them together electronically. So let's say, for instance, you've got your ERP system and you've got a service system, and generally your invoices may be generated from your service system. We've seen a lot of instances where customers will take those invoices out of their service system and rekey them into their ERP system. Now, obviously, the downside to that is accuracy. You know, if you've got somebody keying in from a piece of paper, okay, well, I've got to go and create an invoice for this person for this amount, rekeying into here, you may have accuracy problems between the two. I think more than that is the amount of resource that is then taking up. If you could take that information electronically and push it straight into your ERP system, whether it be at a touch of a button or even fully automated and having it going in overnight, so just instantly the next morning your invoices are all there. It takes away the additional resource. You improve accuracy, so immediately you've got a benefit of the two systems being joined. With a lot of systems, Sage 100 being one of them, you've got multiple areas of the system that you can develop, you can enhance, you can build new functionality in. Now that can be everything from an entire new module. You know, if the customers have come up with an idea of saying, oh, well, actually, yes, it does my finance fine, but I want it to do something over and above that, then from a development point of view, we can expand on that new module. But then you can go right down the other end of the scale, where you can go, actually, it fulfills what I need, but there is a gap. So for instance, again, very simplistic terms, if there is a facility in Sage that allows you to, when you're entering a purchase invoice, for argument's sake, where you put the invoice number in and there's a button that you can click to check to see if that invoice has already been entered on the system. Now, it requires somebody to go and click that button. Again, we've had a number of instances over the years where the button forgets to be clicked, somebody keys an invoice, and all of a sudden you've got a duplicate invoice on the system. So what you can do there is we've made a number of changes where we've said, okay, as you enter the invoice, as you tab out of the reference field, the system will automatically go and check to see if that invoice has been entered for that supplier already. If it has, comes up with a message to say this may be a duplicate, you need to uncheck it. So very simple change to the system, but it stops any errors being made or duplicate invoices being put on, which could then lead to, you know, invoices being paid that shouldn't need to be. So from a development point of view, it can be something very simple, adding an extra field, right up to the other end of the scale of, you know, we've recently developed an entire system for very, very simple job management linking to weigh scales. So it's everything from the very small up to the much larger. I think the first and foremost is speak to the people doing the actual work. Very often issues get overlooked because somebody's doing something constantly every day, you know, whether that be putting invoices in or you know, bank receipts, etc. But there's very often something that is an annoyance or a frustration that they do every day that they don't mention, they just get on with it. With a lot of these things, just you know, highlight it, flag it to us, because 9 times out of 10 there is something that we can do from a development side of things that can either improve that or make life easier for the user.